This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Rebels will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Throwing more. The screen, and watch out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Moore will throw. Rushes on him. Got his man downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Sends it back in motion. Dante Moore. The short hands, it's Hurts. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Leaves it with the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Hey, sometimes numbers lie, but this quarterback just learned a valuable lesson. These numbers don't lie. One of the best defenses against the pass, and you see why right there. Man, they break on the football, so much speed in the back end, break on it, make the play. This defense is legit, and that QB's finding out firsthand.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Finding some room. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Lacy. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Rebels back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. And the whistle blows as they bring out the trainers to have a look at an injured Duck. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their 1st. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses...
Surges his way in for the score.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They get set for the point after as we have the 1st score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Davison. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Right down the middle. Finds his man. It's Johnson. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Ducks, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. On the run, it's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Moore. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Rebels. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Here's Moore to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, the defense knew coming into this game that this offense was going to try and throw it down the middle of the field, so they knew that they were going to have to break on passes but also be really physical, tackle the catch, and knock the ball away, and they were able to do that there.
Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
The Ducks will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They boot it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throwing more. Oh, they're after him. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds after 27 as this offense tries to get something going. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Moore will throw. Here comes the heat. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Makes the grab. It's Moore. Runs through, man. He might have some space. He's into plus territory. Knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dante Moore. With the catch, it's Hill. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window, and he did that right there.
It'll be third and long. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Pressure coming. Finds his big tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play to hurt you throwing it, David. As a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
And well, the hard part is, once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the second play. The first play, everybody had a route to run, but the second play, it's the scramble drill, and receivers going to break and cut and do something different. So it's so annoying. It's frustrating to have a guy like this that can get outside the pocket and do so much damage.
And after that last completion left them with just a yard or so to go for a first down, how will they attack on second and short? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Could not make his way to the corner.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Moore. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Oregon. Hauled that baby in and then
score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown, they cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that outright.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking for room. It's Lacy. Still running at the 40. Flying down the left side. The 20. All the way. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Moore to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Moore to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw it again. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
So now it's 2nd and long. Again, it's Moore. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds the tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just enough time to get off one more snap. misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Picks up the first down. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the San Jose State Spartans taking on the New Mexico Lobos. And it's San Jose State engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the...
Makes the grab and room to run. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Cook. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice...
There's a crease. Can't get him to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Quick release by the QB. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Got enough for the first. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Davison. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing more. He's got him. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Got his man on the outside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The run inside. It's Davison. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about it.
On the move at the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
He's got an open man. Oh, a lot of space. The 30. He's at the 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
That was the epitome of a chunk play, and now they've got it 1st and goal, trying to cash it in. They want to run this quarterback. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And after getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
This defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
All right, a little bit outside the box, right? A little bit of a different play call on 3rd down, but I think now you got to make the decision. Now it's between, do I go for it? Do I kick a field goal? I think you call a play like that last one, and you know if I get to the 1-yard line, I'm going for it on 4th down. So I think the offensive coordinator probably had a pretty good idea of what they wanted to do on the outcome of that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Dante Moore. Looking for a big play. Makes the catch on the left. Turning on the Jets. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd run for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. Slides to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on 2nd and short.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Rebels! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll move the tight end. Moore. Caught behind the line. It's Hill. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Ducks come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Moore will throw. Makes the catch. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion. Now 2nd and 2. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Moore. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Down to the 25-yard line, and he's got enough for a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go play action with Moore. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Here's Moore to throw. Pocket breaking down. This time it's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Moore to the air. Got his man out of the backfield. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
The AT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the counter. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Runs through a tackle. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. The Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Moore, play action. Dances away to buy time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays deep down the field. They've got to find some way to attack this secondary.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it
And, guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. More to throw for it on 4th down. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve